It's track reviews.
Hey, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you are doing well. It is time for a track review, one that I am very excited for, because we have yet another installment in the ongoing multimedia single series Song Machine from the legendary animated illustrated band Gorillaz. They've dropped a few tracks from it so far, both of which have been great, have been fantastic. Some of the best Gorillaz material in a long time. So I am just looking forward to hearing more. I hope they go 3 for 3. Already, I am pretty psyched for this, just knowing that Peter Hook is on the track. Peter Hook of Joy Division and New Order fame, bassist extraordinaire. Coming through on this one. It'll be interesting to hear what his contributions are to this track. Let's hear it. Aries, Gorillaz, Peter Hook, Georgia. Bam. Wow! I have a weird, torn sort of thing with this track. I will do my best to explain it. I do like it. I do love it. But I feel like it's almost unfair reviewing this. I have an extreme bias toward what this song is. New Order is one of my favorite groups of all time, like hands down. New Order's amazing. Great discography, great songwriting, amazing pioneers into the world of new wave and synth pop. I fucking love New Order. And that's pretty much what this song is. This is New Order to a T. I mean, Peter Hook is essentially giving a line, a lead here, that wow, 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 wow. That is like so power corruption, that is so low life era. Damon Albarn is just really playing into it. You know, it's not like he's taken this classic Peter Hook-ish type line and he's trying to build something else new around it. No, this is like a new wave type beat through and through. Now, of course, like with the other songs from Song Machine thus far, the production is amazing. The production is immaculate. It's crisp. It's colorful. It's lovely. It's fantastically mixed and balanced. Those drum machines sound great. The little psychedelic, subtle washes of synths in the background are great. Damon's voice, while he sounds as forlorn and as chill and as laid back as he usually does on a lot of slower Gorillaz ballads, he's kind of playing up a bit of a Bernard Sumner type vocal, or at least maybe in this context, it's a bit more obvious how much Bernard's style has influenced his, which again, but before doing a track like this was maybe not as apparent to me. I don't know if it's so much him trying to sound like that, or he just sounds naturally like that, and in this context, it's just more obvious. Either way, they are just really playing it up, this whole New Order thing. So while in one breath I can say the track is not entirely original stylistically, and it's maybe the least original of the Song Machine tracks so far, I do still love it, and I do think it is done incredibly well. I like the high tide refrains. Those shouty background vocals I think are really cool. They add a bit more pep and bite to the song, whereas I think otherwise it wouldn't have had if it just kind of stayed as sleepy and as low-key as it is. Still, that's not to say that the instrumental isn't colorful and doesn't have some somewhat quirky Gorillaz-esque qualities, which I think mostly come through on the beat, which has some odd little syncopated moments where the snares tighten up. We'll go through several hits with the bass and everything kind of, again, playing along with it in a very weird series of very tight little breaks throughout the track that I thought added some character and added at least some cool separators and markings throughout the progression of the song. Without those, I think it would have sounded a lot more one-dimensional. Without those shouty vocals, it would have sounded a lot more one-dimensional. I mean, as a song, as a melody, as a vocal performance too, again, it sounds very New Order, and I feel like I almost have to compare it to the best stuff New Order has put out that is in this vein, which I don't know if it quite steps to that. It's still very good, and I think this is, again, where my bias kind of comes in here. Even if that is the case, if it's not as good as like some, classic New Order as far as songwriting goes, this is still the kind of thing I want to hear. This is kind of what I want to hear. If New Order came through with a song that sounded just like this, or came through with exactly this fucking song, because it's that close stylistically that it could possibly be. While I don't know if I would prefer it to their older stuff, it's certainly better than a lot of their latest shit. So I mean, it would be the best they've sounded in a while. If you aren't a big New Order fan, or you don't know what the hell New Order is, or you don't like new wave, you don't like classic 80s synth pop or anything like that, then this may not resonate with you all that much, because it really does try to embody that to a T. It's not quite the usual Gorillaz-isms, as well as, an interesting twist or two on some established sounds and genres that the previous Song Machine tracks have been. This is literally like Gorillaz trying to map over the sound of not just another genre, but another artist. But I guess they invited a key member of that band into the fold to essentially recreate that. So I suppose it makes sense. It's faithful to the original spirit of this style and this genre and this aesthetic in that sense. So it's obviously got the Peter Hook seal of approval. I'm going to leave it at that. I loved this track. You can say that is because of a bit of a bias, but I still love it. So opinion of Song Machine, still high at this point, still excited to hear more. And as I said earlier, much earlier in the video, hope it's 3 for 3. I think it's 3 for 3. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up, or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, forever.